find you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with... Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since...
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as...
Seems Beidou is the captain.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heaven until we meet again. Ad Astra
Oh, it's kinda hard to say goodbye.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive?
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now...
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to...
Just following orders. I'll see you...
Ahoy there, mateys! Time to set sail! I wonder what's going on up there. Time to set sail!
Waves are as calm as always.
Ah, you finally made. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone... Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. We set sail for the land engulfed by storm and...
Anchors away!
Ahoy there.
Just look.
So, you finally made it. You sure? And it appears we have a couple of
You can blame your almighty shogun. The Tempest, though the fleet was fully up to the challenge. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner.
You don't know how long I've been—
Toma, these two are—
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the—
With them, Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going to— If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if you—
No need to worry.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't—
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous—
Fair seas, Captain Beto.
Now then, first things first. We need to—
Paimon thought we were supposed to—
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Soko. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. You must be... Excuse me? Please provide the information requested, and also currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export. My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order.
So,
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process.
sheesh. So,
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk, as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome, not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a few. Now, let's head over to the Outland. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
the Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2
$2 million? For a—
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning it.
Ma'am, these two—
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce...
Thank you ever so much. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something...
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes so when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation area, the most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves, that's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is...
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while... I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you'll encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to
Really? Wow, the Rito
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal. Connections come at a high price, you understand?
not you
No. In this instance, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is... I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International... Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things. The head of the association is called Karisu, and he's a good friend of mine.
Blessing now 10% off.
Which one should I choose?
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with... good. That's a relief.
We heard the association has been having some difficulty.
Yes. Left, right, and center.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for it.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our... No. What's really squeezing those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Committee.
Oh, of the 3 commissions.
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay.
Crystal marrow. What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never... Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search, but then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in...
Isn't there...
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will... We've tried communicating, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over... Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding. What do you think we should do? But Karisu's the head of the association, and even he
Right. And besides, I think this may...
Okay. Well, we could try...
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the associate... If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with...
Got it! We're on the...
I don't think I recognize you. So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my source, a trade secret, got it? You know what trade...
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on. They're wasting their time. The price is non...
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place. And they ought to be...
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back...
was quick.
Actually, we're having a little...
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a...
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between... When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that... The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, these...
So he left the association and turned his...
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some...
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You're Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but the scent of Mondstadt. My hometown, the home of freedom.
Oh, it's working!
So, what is this?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either...
Leah. Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. You mean... the folks from the International Trade Association. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them?
Well, no one's...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to... So, I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most... All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, so come on, get it off your chest.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that
It's plain...
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take into evidence. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always... As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Ryoko, how's business?
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Let me think. Yes, the trade association. What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Huh?
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. Whoa, it's boring. I thought he'd hidden a big pile of...
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go... Huh? You aren't...
I need a little more time.
Huh. Poor... If only we made less noise.
Keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to...
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell...
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see...
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some
So you think you can use this against me, do you?
Word has it that samurai and the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige.
Huh? Is that a threat?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an
Well, even if what you said...
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your... Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden?
And not even an...
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had...
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question?
Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my...
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth.
Oh, and you dare to utter the commissioner's name. You outlanders, seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute.
Uh-oh. This is...
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this?
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my...
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh, you're from the Yashiro
Shh.
Huh, well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan some... You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun.
That fan. The Shirasagi Hime. I don't need any trouble with her.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is...
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry...
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax
Toma? What was that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. All right, time for me to answer your questions. Straight to the point. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission.
You've been keeping your true So, the Yashiro Commission.
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the...
Seems like she must be super famous and...
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayata. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me. You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark anymore. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a...
Still pretty good going for just a...
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't... So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, that is, that you have what it takes to change the top...
Change the tide of...
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn this... Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato, with your help, even the Vision Hunt Decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand and...
Toma sure didn't...
Well, my work on Rito is done. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, good luck with everything.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all of... Wait, so... Did Toma Oh, darn it! No wonder... As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komura. Well, guess we should give it a try.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has... Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespass.
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains outlanders. Leave now or we'll be
Wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them... Come on in. Let's see...
Did...
My sincere...
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the
Nice to meet you. So, the reason we wanted to...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have
So what you're saying...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes?
Exactly! Paimon...
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor.
Whoa, you heard about that too? Something wrong?
No. Rito is greatly honored to One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need.
Excellent. Well, you must know the Qingshin. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So,
Yes, bring me 300 Shingsin, would you?
did Paimon hear that
Hmm?
wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about this? We have a few items that need
That sounds much more—
709 letters to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't—
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous!
Halt, you two!
Huh? What are we—
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you to secretly meet her, but you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Huh? Have you been up to something Let's ask her.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. This is technically the second time we have met.
Wow. She's the daughter of the hero.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your—
Is it Paimon or does something—
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well—
Discuss what?
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter.
No, you misunderstand me. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders.
Paimon!
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything to be perfectly honest. As long as you remain in Inazuma?
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, we don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to what?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been—
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted—
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that—
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety?
Boy, Chisato can talk.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompany—
Shinojo, you can't really be a—
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our—
Yes, but that's not the—
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will—
Yes, my lady.
strong!
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
Hey! Motion to compel! Incinerate!
Freeze!
Speed of light! Nowhere to hide! Dissipate! I'll settle this! Don't blink! Hey! Motion to compel! Speed of light!
I got careless.
Incoming!
You're open! Test subject.
Speed of light! Our bond is strong! Don't blink! Brace yourself! Think you can get away? Speed of light! Hey!
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack! Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs!
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Motion to compel! Don't blink! Here we go!
Watch out! More monsters inbound! Lady Hiraki, stay close!
Take care of the gang! With sword comes shadow! Brace yourself! Time for takeoff!
You're open!
Speed of light!
My blade!
Becomes the hunting.
Cut to the chase!
Ready!
Let's play! Incinerate!
You know that.
Here we go! Don't blink! Hey!
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special
My lady?
So that's how it is.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm
not afraid to say that.
The one...
Shinojo, did you...
What? No, I was just...
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If...
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if you're...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is send in...
Paimon never suspected it.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will...
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
We're finally on our own way again! I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now where did he...
Huh? Huh. Huh.
Pleasant surprise. I wouldn't mind staying here for a while.
According to the letter, this...
Sorry, we don't serve the general public.
Wait! We're not the general...
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the...
Are our clothes really so
The Yashiro Commission's seal. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House.
Well, that sounds more like... Well, now that we're... Paimon doesn't seem...
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd...
What?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. So you didn't see...
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem like...
Alright, I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting it!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting, so I came up with this little fun greeting. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about it. Helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether...
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forget...
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules. Naturally, this is due to your unwavering... A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. So you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence, but before that, there is one other place I would...
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under control.
Sure feels gloomy. Huh? Are Paimon...
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are...
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first, as for Inazuma, it's known the Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler, the eternity in question is her endless. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission and this statue of the omnipresent god can be...
But if that's the case, wouldn't you...
Only outlanders such as yourself... And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is...
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like you...
Sound? What sound? I didn't...
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then...
Aspirations? Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches this, that is where visions come from. In other words, so if what you just said is, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
So, this is the kind of place where the...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi? Oh,
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission.
Makes sense.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. At present in Inazuma, though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, a commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Traveler, lend us your power, and
See, milady, it's just like—
No, please! Wait! Please! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped—
Correct. Please do.
I'm sure you'll—
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Where's the person Ayaka—
Why are you doing this? What?
Precisely. It's much too— The children are desperate for you to take them out to play.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about.
You must also be— Teijima has protected this place, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw— But now, all of us, we will gladly apologize if that's the—
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Teijima had done nothing wrong, and I can't claim to fully understand it. But I could tell that he'd lost. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying—
Seems like he's a well-respected— You must be Teijima. So what's made you—
Me? True. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? I don't have answers to those questions, because I can't remember. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you— But if you can't maybe if you just try—
Oh, that reminds me. Last time—
I keep a diary?
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more—
Perfect! So if we want to keep Teijima from leaving,
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary.
This looks like Teijima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have today. The villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salt. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. Seems like your average— Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamor— Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. So this is the Omamor— interesting. Looking at the cup— But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, where the soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tej must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around. It looks like Honda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? But he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give Tejima.
Well, I'll be. That's. Still. It's clear over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. And just look at all the things that. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love? Regret? No. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin. I think. Although, what if she were to turn up when I think about it like that? How curious. Why am I thinking like this? I shall remain.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your... That certainly explains the state Tejima was in. At least we were able to help him. Well... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the... They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining... But why would they take action? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you... The entire clan is counting on that food.
How many times do I have to say it?
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this. And who...
What? We heard the commotion and came...
I see. You seem to have come just at the right... This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions, and he's keeping the provisions for himself. No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people...
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us. Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa.
I've never even heard of these. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. My own family can barely get by as it is. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day.
Well, that's strange. You were helping him.
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that I will perform certain things, and it's not just that.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency?
I didn't take any. Like I said, to top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders
But we better confirm. Let's go round. We should be able to follow their tracks.
We really outdid all those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey. You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders. Invisible evidence!
Another test subject.
Brace yourself. Here we go. Incoming. Let's play. Don't blink. Motion to compel.
Have a little taste. I got counts.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked. Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think Kurosawa? So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete... I didn't want anyone else to see it. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal.
Huh? What the?
There's nothing in here.
Yeah. And they all seem to be made out to the owner. We better talk to this Miss All. As for you guys, you're
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOU.
Shut it.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. Or perhaps there's... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of our... How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his...
So that's how he was getting... But why did he have to purchase a usual amount?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emerge... Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if... So he deemed it necessary to take on...
Wow. And no one ever appreciates...
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstance. If you ask me, had Kuro... Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emerge... If you're still curious, why don't you go... I see. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have...
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was in hindsight, I regret that I Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Oh, but before you go...
But you...
Don't worry. I won't charge much.
At least we now know where the emergency... Let's go talk to Kurosawa again. What are you doing?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said...
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing...
Strange. Is that really the kind of person... I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense this sword was one I remember once when I was young. I wanted to sneak. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when all I can remember now is my father telling me and said to me.
Hey, if you look carefully, can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to be taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. But what use are virtue and justice? The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a good person.
Yet another trouble. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him... Yeah. Seems like losing. Fortunately for us, let's go find the next port. The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a... Paimon heard that he's the present-day... This is his dojo. Luckily...
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong.
Maybe, but Things have gotten dangerous before in the...
It's just because he's been possessed. That's...
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while since... Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't...
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep! We've heard... But then we got here...
Please, accept my apologies. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Since I see you are earnest in your pursuit, Sensei's name is Domon. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword. He once said that his goal was to be... And so, even while but then...
Not long ago, Sensei, he says the strangest things over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think, but if I'm honest...
The Grand Narukami?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine, so don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening.
So, losing your vision?
So you decided to come just now, when Nanako was attending to him. When she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great distress. All the while he kept calling those names. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. Oh, please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water.
Sneaking around. Uh-oh, we won't let them get away with it. Come. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person!
How? Are you sure you're Domon? Unless...
excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior?
Anzai? Yes, that's because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else's. When we were young, we trained under the same sword. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up practitioners of Meikyoshi Sui art, seek to achieve stillness of mind, but Domon was different. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. I thought so too at the time. But Domon, only then did I realize that it was Domon. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world.
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei, too. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down... So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, so you see, I came here not to cause him... Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring...
What? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But
Nanako, Please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no but spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word—
Lady Yai? Is that—
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has—
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask—
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your— I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have—
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough?
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. Anyway, you should join, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei. We, the disciples—
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty— Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find— Do you think that's Lady Yai? Also, is it just Paimon? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost—
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter—
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your son—
But then does that mean he—
Yes. This is unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under. He has one who is thrown into the sea, though he fight. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must—
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai—
Your school practices make you stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his—
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword masters. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible. When that ambition disappeared, he began—
Poor Sensei.
I'm sorry, Father. Sensei.
That's enough.
Huh? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, What? You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you. It's been so long now that I made peace. I don't think most of the people you beat along. Now I know that we can't place our hopes, but that is no reason to strip them.
But what if one day I put everything I had into trying? If there's a chance they'll end up like.
Have you asked them what they.
Sensei, after you rescue, I can't know whether I will. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So I can't. So, just as I once placed, you are not in the same position that I was.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. But as your sensei, this is my promise.
You can count on that. But I am now used to the life of a one. Well, don't just stand there.
So even though his ambition was taken away...
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, my intuition, the wind that blows from afar, for us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you.
Ooh, Lady Eyes! She seems super mysterious. But, we can come back.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
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 Traveler, Paimon, I have heard all about how you helped.
Yeah, short of getting them, Ayaka.
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma you?
Oh. Paimon, you are
Oh. Okay then.
Thank you, but back to the matter at hand. Perhaps in thunder's roar, lightning's, but I believe that surely you understand what it seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. Now then, given that the remainder...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite?
This is a land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's...
Oh, Paimon get...
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our...
Makes sense. Perfect place for us.
In any case, we can talk freely here. The almighty Shogun. She inspires awe, commands respect, and it was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, the issue is this. For the vast majority of people, after all, it is but a tiny... Because of this, the attitude...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in a...
Resistance? You mean...
Yes. Many who have lost or fear to say a little more about Sangonomiya. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda. Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. They invariably adopt a stance. It almost makes one wonder whether...
Ooh, Paimon has a question, though.
Oh? What would you like to know?
Have you got a plan yet to fight?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging...
So what do...
Well, for the moment, all we can do is, for example, by providing vision bearers with...
You're telling Paimon that they're...
Don't underestimate the talents. The problem we are facing...
Darn! So they...
Yes, exactly. I feel this... By no means do we intend to place the... When you are ready, go to Hana...
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with... If you think you're elemental power, believe me, you're not the first of your kind.
Can't you make an exception?
So this is the vision hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold. Psst! Hey! Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on! This way! What's going on? Can't you see we need to... Shh! Quiet! Just sit tight. Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right.
Wise choice.
What should we do now? He's already given up his... this is your fault! You're the one who stopped us from interfering!
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure...
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your... Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction.
Stop it. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking his handiwork allowed me to keep my own.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. But if I just march straight in there... So, what about it?
Sure, welcome to the team.
Seems like I finally got... So, Master Masakatsu is...
Whoa, talk about a reliable sword.
Not bad, huh?
Time to break him out.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wish me luck!
Now that we're inside...
Come on, this way! I certainly wouldn't want to end up... We should split up.
You sure?
Yes, you... Think you can get away? Incinerate! Here we go! Speed of light! Ha! Zia! Ha! Zia! Wouldn't gliding...
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
yourselves.
Show me what you've got!
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow. Boom boom! Hey! Time for your arraignment! Yahoo! Motion to compel! Incoming! Boom boom! Don't blink! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light. Motion to compel. Time for takeoff.
Train harder.
Incoming.
Who goes there?
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Speed of light. Incinerate!
I must withdraw.
Let's play! Don't blink! Let's play! Hey! Here we go! Motion to compel! Incoming! Yahoo! Speed of light! Brace yourselves!
You can dare my bravery!
I'm not in the mood for this!
Soldiers, quick!
Don't hold back!
Let's dance.
I dare you! Get them!
Don't hold back!
Incinerate! Let's play! Think you can get away?
I'll protect us. Go, Barb!
Here we go! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Brace yourselves! Boom boom!
Show me what you've got!
Incoming! Hey! With sword comes shadow.
Don't hold back!
Motion to compel!
I've been wasted.
Speed of light! Here we go!
I dare you!
Incoming!
Allow me. Just like first!
Got lucky that time.
I need to train harder.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Teach me a lesson.
Cut to the chase! Yahoo!
Boom, boom! Time for your race! Speed of light!
Watch your step!
Motion to...
Don't hold back!
Let's dance! Brace!
Show me what you've got!
Time for takeoff! Incinerate! Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide!
I need to train harder.
Go, Barbara, go! I'll protect us. Here we go. Let's dance. Incoming. Don't blink. Hey!
I must
Brace yourself. Here we go. I'll protect us. Incoming. Boom, boom. Speed of light. Hey. Incoming.
Must be Master Mud.
Did you really think that little trick of yours locking you?
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission.
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then
I can't bear to watch. If any.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission.
Make way. Let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to...
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't. Don't worry. I've got us covered. Time for my little
fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract.
Fireworks aren't just for festival. I was particularly proud of.
Yoimiya!
Well, fireworks are my craft after all.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! Oh.
Yes. Leave. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets it. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't...
Well...
We're finally out of that
Yes.
Master Masakatsu, how do you...
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without...
Thank you. All of you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
I see. So Kujo-Sara's... I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying, in her eyes, Master Masakatsu. If our true motives were ever divulged...
True. Though if you ask me, we are now one step closer to victory. You're turning out to be...
Indeed. Things may have turned out, but if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt decree, it is time we make ready our next set of...
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be... And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree...
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway...
Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game.
A hot pot game? What's that?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to... Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal... Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it...
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to... Let's see what we've got here. Nice! You can't go wrong with... Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything... This was possibly the scariest...
You can say that again. But hey, at least...
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma, even with a traveler's normal ingredients.
But weren't you the one who added those little boiling cakes in hot pot?
I must apologize. To be perfect...
Uh-oh. I'm definitely...
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. I think my luck has already taken a turn. So without further ado, I hear...
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team. Another
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly... And with the extra time, there are...
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that.
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visited.